Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English House. My name is Sara, and I'm so happy to have you here again. Today, we're going to explore a very interesting topic, how to learn English using different methods, even by yourself. And yes, we're also going to talk about one of the most powerful tools for self-study, YouTube. So, if you've ever wondered how you can improve your English without going to expensive courses, or if you've ever felt unsure about studying alone, this episode is for you. Relax, grab your notebook, and let's talk about how you can learn English like a baby, step by step, naturally and effectively. Part 1. Learning English is like learning to speak as a baby. Let's start with this simple question. How did you learn your first language? You didn't go to school for it. You didn't study grammar books or vocabulary lists. You simply absorbed it. Think about a baby for a moment. When a baby is born, they can't speak, but they are excellent listeners. They listen to the rhythm of speech, the tone of voice, the sounds of laughter, and the emotions behind words. Over time, they start to recognize patterns, words that repeat often, sounds that come together, and expressions that make people smile. Then they start to imitate. At first, it's just sounds, babbling, trying to copy what they hear. Then, little by little, they form real words. And finally, they begin to speak fluently without ever studying grammar. Now, what does this tell us? It tells us that language learning is a natural process. Your brain is designed to pick up sounds, patterns, and meanings. You just need to give it enough exposure and practice, just like a baby does. So, when we talk about learning English, we should try to think more like a baby. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't worry too much about being perfect. Focus on listening, imitating, and speaking every single day. Part 2. Can you learn English on your own? Many people ask, Sara, can I really learn English by myself? And the answer is absolutely yes. You see, we live in an amazing time. You don't need to travel abroad to hear native speakers. You don't need to pay for expensive lessons. All you need is motivation, consistency, and access to the internet. With so many free resources available today, self-study has become easier than ever before. You can read online articles, listen to podcasts, watch English movies, join language communities, and, most importantly, learn through YouTube. Of course, studying alone requires discipline. You need to manage your own time, and sometimes you might feel lost. But if you have a clear plan and a little curiosity, you can make amazing progress. Remember, language learning is not a race. It's a journey, and every step counts. Part 3. Why YouTube is a great tool for learning English. Now, let's talk about one of my favorite topics, learning English through YouTube. YouTube is not just for entertainment anymore. It's one of the most powerful learning platforms in the world, with millions of free lessons, podcasts, and authentic videos. No matter what your level is, beginner, intermediate, or advanced, you'll find something that fits your needs. Here's why YouTube is so effective for learning English. First, you get to listen to real English. Unlike traditional textbooks, YouTube gives you access to how people actually speak, in real conversations, with real accents and real emotions. Second, it's visual. When you watch a video, you don't just hear words, you see facial expressions, body language, and context. This helps you understand meaning even if you don't know every single word. Third, it's flexible. You can watch anytime, anywhere, while eating breakfast, during your commute, or before bed. Even 10 minutes a day can make a difference if you stay consistent. And fourth, it's free. You don't need to buy textbooks or pay for classes. All you need is your phone and internet connection. Part 4. How to use YouTube effectively. Let's get practical. How can you use YouTube to really learn English, not just watch videos? Step 1. Choose the right content. If you're a beginner, look for channels that use simple English and slow pronunciation. For example, English learning channels that explain grammar, phrases, or pronunciation clearly. If you're more advanced, try channels that use natural conversation, interviews, vlogs, or talk shows. The key is to find something you can understand but still challenges you a little. Step 2. Use subtitles wisely. Start with English subtitles so you can connect the sounds to the words you see. If that feels too hard, use subtitles in your own language first, and then switch to English later. Eventually, Try watching without subtitles to test your listening skills. Step 3. Practice shadowing. This is one of the best techniques for improving pronunciation and fluency. Play a sentence, pause the video, and repeat what the speaker said. Try to copy the tone, rhythm, and emotion. It might feel strange at first, but it's incredibly effective. Even just 5 minutes of shadowing every day can transform your speaking ability. Step 4. Take notes. When you hear a useful phrase, write it down. Then, create your own sentences with it. For example, if you learn the phrase, "I'm not sure, but I think," use it in your daily conversations. The more you use it, the faster it becomes part of your natural speech. Step 5. Summarize what you watch. After finishing a video, try to explain what you just learned out loud. You can pretend you're teaching someone else. This helps you practice speaking and thinking in English at the same time. Part 5. Learning through topics you love. Now, here's a very important tip. Don't just learn English, live it. Choose videos based on what you love. If you enjoy cooking, watch English cooking channels. If you love travel, watch travel vlogs. If you're interested in technology, watch tech reviews in English. When you learn through something you already enjoy, your brain stays engaged. You'll naturally remember new words because they're connected to something meaningful to you. Learning English doesn't have to be boring or academic. It can be fun, creative, and personal. That's why YouTube is perfect. It gives you endless topics to explore. Part 6. Common mistakes when learning with YouTube. Of course, there are also some common mistakes that learners make. One of them is watching passively. You might think, I watch English videos every day, but if you're not engaging, not repeating, not listening carefully, you're not really learning. Another mistake is focusing too much on subtitles. If you always rely on subtitles, your brain won't learn to listen naturally. Try to wean yourself off subtitles over time. And finally, trying to understand everything. Remember, even native speakers don't understand every word in a video. Focus on the general meaning, not perfection. It's okay to miss a few words. What matters is understanding the message. Part 7. Building your daily learning routine. Let's create a simple daily plan for learning English with YouTube. Morning. Spend 10 minutes listening to an English podcast or short video while getting ready. Afternoon. Watch one educational video from a channel like English House. Practice shadowing a few sentences. Evening. Review new vocabulary and try use at least 2 new phrases in your daily life. You can even talk to yourself in English before bed. It really helps. If you keep this habit for just 30 days, you'll notice a big improvement in your listening and speaking confidence. Part 8. The mindset for successful learners. Now, let's talk about mindset. Learning English is not just about techniques. It's also about attitude. Be patient. Don't compare your progress to others. Everyone learns at their own pace. Be curious. If you hear a word you don't know, look it up. Explore how it's used in different contexts. And most importantly, be brave. Speak even if you're not perfect. Every mistake you make is proof that you're learning. Fluency comes from practice, not perfection. Part 9. Final thoughts and motivation. So, let's summarize what we've learned today. Learning English can be natural, just like how a baby learns to speak. You don't need to memorize grammar rules endlessly. You need to listen, imitate, and use the language often. YouTube is one of the best tools for this because it gives you access to real English, anytime and anywhere. By choosing the right content, practicing shadowing, and being consistent, you can improve your English dramatically, even from home. Remember, your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is to communicate, to express yourself, and to grow. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today. Choose one English video. Open your notebook and begin. Repeat what you hear. Speak out loud. And enjoy every moment of your learning journey. Thank you so much for listening to English House. I'm Sarah, and I hope this session has inspired you to keep learning and believing in yourself. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like this video, subscribe to English House, and share it with your friends who also want to improve their English. Remember, your English journey doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to begin. See you next time, and until then, keep listening, keep speaking, and keep growing with English House. Goodbye, everyone.